Hello everybody, welcome back to another video inside of Minecraft, and today we are continuing with this Joker pixel art tutorial, as you can see behind me. So we're going to start up here, or continue, depending which one you're watching. And we are not going to be there, it's going to be soul sand, but I haven't got any soul sand on me. We're going to start down here, underneath these 4 black walls, on the left block of these 4, with your grey terracotta, so right there. You're going to place 6 blocks going across to the right, like so. On the 5th and 6th block on top, place 2 going across, going up to the right, like so. To the right of that second block, place a grey wool with a cyan terracotta going diagonally down to the right, and then a grey wool going diagonally down to the right. To the left of this grey wool, place 2 green concrete going to the left, with 1 block going up. Go up a bit further to where you've got these 3 black walls, and to the right hand side of these place 2 green concrete, 2 green terracotta right after it. To the right of that place 3 cyan terracotta, a grey wool to the right of that. Starting on these 3 cyan terracotta, place 3 grey terracotta above it. Come down here to this grey wool and place a cyan terracotta going diagonally down to the right, and place 2 grey wool going across on the lower level to the left, with a green concrete to the left of that. To the left of that, place 2 grey wool with a cyan terracotta below it. Come over here to where you've got these 2 grey wool, and on the left block, starting there with your cyan terracotta, place 2 blocks going diagonally down to the left. From that, underneath it, place a block of coal with 2 blocks of coal going across to the left, like so. And then place 6 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. And place them. Anyway, after those 6, place 4 blocks going diagonally down to the right. No, down to the left, sorry. Like so. Starting from the first diagonal, so right there, you're going to place 2 blocks going down on the right, like so. Go back to the 6, and starting on the right block of the 6, so the first block, right there, you're going to place 1 grey terracotta to the right, with 1 grey wool to the right, with 2 grey terracotta to the right of that. Underneath the first block of those 2, place 1 grey terracotta going down with an obsidian below it, then a block of coal below that. Come back up here to these 2 grey terracottas going to the right, place an obsidian to the right of that, with 2 blocks of coal going down, 1 block of coal going diagonally down to the left. To the right of this block of coal we had down to the left, place a green concrete. Come back to this block of coal, and underneath it place 1 obsidian below it, place a grey wool below that, and then place 2 green concrete going down to the left. To the right of those green concrete, on the right, from the bottom block, place a grey wool with a cyan terracotta, with 2 cyan terracotta going across on the lower level to the left, with a grey wool going diagonally down to the left. Underneath that grey wool, place a cyan terracotta with a grey wool going down to the left. Place an obsidian to the left of that grey wool. Then place 4 grey wool going across to the left. Underneath the 4th block, place 1 grey wool. Underneath the 3rd block, place 2. And I'm going to have to leave the grey wool there for now. So coming back up here to where you've got these 2 blocks of coal coming down, starting on top of it, you're going to place 1 block going diagonally up to the right with your black wool. To the left of that, place 3 black wools going to the left. Go back to this black wool we are going up to the right, and place a cyan terracotta going up to the right, like so, with 2 lime terracottas to the right of that. From those lime terracottas, you can place 2 lime terracottas going up to the right, with 1 block going across from the top block of those 2. On top of that, place a cyan terracotta with 2 lime terracottas going up on the right. From the bottom block of those 2, place 1 going to the right, be a lime terracotta. On top of that, place 2 green terracottas going up, a lime terracotta above that, and then place 2 green terracottas going diagonally up to the left. From those 2, place a green concrete going diagonally down to the left. You're then going to come back down here to where you have this cyan terracotta here. Underneath it, you're going to place a green terracotta. Back to that cyan. To the left of it, you're going to place 2 green terracottas going up, like so. To the left of those 2, from the top block, you're going to place 2 green concretes going up linked to the left like this. From the bottom block of those two on the left, you're going to place a green terracotta. Go back to these two green concretes, and from the top block on the right, so right here, you're going to place 3 green concretes going to the right like so. On top of the third block, place 1 green concrete above it. Then place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left like so. From those two, place a black wall going diagonally up to the left. And I don't have the materials to place those, so I'm going to leave them. Fill this little empty space, the 2 blocks here, with your green terracotta. Fill in this empty space here with your green terracotta. So I'll do this on camera, like so. And yes, that's good. Anyway, now you're going to come back down here to these blocks of coal. Actually no, come over here to where you've got this grey wool. Underneath this grey wool, starting there, you are going to place 6 blocks going across to the left like so. Starting underneath the 5th block, you're going to place 2 lime terracottas going down like so. Come up here to the 3rd block, and underneath that place 2 obsidian going down with a block of coal below it. So you're now going to come down here to this grey wool, and you're going to place an obsidian going up to the left, and then you're going to place 5 more diagonals of obsidian going up to the left. That should connect up to there. Never mind, it's only 4. That should connect up like that. Yeah, of course it's... Never mind. Yeah, that's what it should look like. It's 5 in total. Fill in this 1 empty space here with your obsidian. Not that big. I'll see you back once you've done it. So that should look like that. And you're now going to grab your green concrete and go to this block of coal here. To the left of it, place 2 green concrete with a green terracotta to the left of that. On top of that green terracotta, you're going to place 2 grey terracottas going up like so. 2 grey terracottas going up on the right. The length like this is a 2x2. From the left block on the top block of these 2 here, you're going to place a link 2 blocks going up to the left, with 1 block going across from the top block to the left. Underneath that, you're going to place a black wool with a cyan terracotta below it. Come back up here to this grey terracotta, and on top of it, from it, you're going to place a block of coal going diagonally up to the left, like so. On top of that, place 2 black wools going up, 1 block going to the right. From the 2nd block, then place 1 block going up to the right, and 1 block going down to the right, like so. From this... Oop, don't want to break that. What was that? That was a grey wool. So, underneath that grey wool, you are going to place 2 cyan terracottas. No, not cyan. Grey terracottas going to the right, like so. And on the other side of this black wool, place another 2 going to the right like so. And from that, place 3 black wools going to the right like so. From that, place 2 obsidian going to the right with a block of coal to the right of that, with a grey wool to the right of that. Underneath that grey wool, place 2 grey terracottas going across to the left like so. To the left of that, place 1 obsidian with 2 obsidian going across below it. And go back to this 1 obsidian, and to the left of that, place 3 blocks of coal going to the left with 2 obsidian to the left of that. Come down here to this block of coal here. On the right of it, place 3 obsidian going to the right, with 2 blocks going across, linked on the lower level to the right. Then place a block of coal to the right of that, and on top of it, underneath it, and to the right of it, place 1 obsidian, like so. Underneath this obsidian we had underneath it, you're going to place a black wool, like so. And then fill in this empty space here with your block of coal. And if you grab your block of coal, where you've got these 3, starting from the middle block, you are going to place 6 blocks going across above it, going to the left. So this empty space here and this empty space here is going to get filled in with your block of coal, like so. So now I'm going to get the materials I need for that, and I'll be back. So with this change of inventory, we are going to come up here, place a soul sand there, come down here to where you've got these 3 little empty spaces, these 2 top ones, place black terracotta, and then in this bottom one, place a spruce log. Then come down here, where you've got this empty space and these 2, where you've got this 2x1, on the left of it, place a light grey wool with a cobblestone to the right, place 3 cobblestone in the 3x1, and up here, you are going to, starting from the right, you're going to place a light grey terracotta with 2 cobblestone to the right of that, with a white terracotta with 2 birch logs to the right of that, to the left of that. These are all to the left. Starting from the right of the box and going to the left. Still, just to follow what I'm doing. To the left of that, place a light grey wool with a cobblestone. Fill in this little empty space here with your cobblestone. That was pretty simple. So I'm now going to have to grab some other blocks. Yeah, and I'll be back once I have grabbed them. We have yet another inventory change. We're going to come over here to where you've got this green terracotta. To the left of it, place a cobblestone. Go to these 2 green concretes here. And underneath the first block, so the left block here, you're going to place a cobblestone with 2 cyan terracottas to the right of that. Underneath the second block of those 2, place a light grey wool with a cyan terracotta to the right of that. From that cyan terracotta, you can place 2 cobblestones going diagonally down to the right. And then place 2 cyan concretes going down to the right, like so. Underneath the first block of those 2, place a cobblestone. Underneath the second block, place a cyan wool with a, what is that? That's a light grey wool below it. To the right of that light grey wool, place 2 cyan wool going down like so. Underneath that, place a light grey wool. From that light grey wool, you can place a light blue wool going diagonally down to the right, with a cyan wool going down to the right from that. Diagonally down to the right, that is. Underneath that cyan wool, you can place a light blue wool like so. Then place a light grey wool going diagonally down to the right. Then place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right with your light grey wool. From the second block, on top of it, you can place a light grey wool with 3 blocks going up on the right with your light grey wool. From the bottom block of those 3, place 1 light grey wool going across to the right. Go back to these 3, and from the top block, you can place 2 light grey wool, light blue wool going diagonally, going up on the left like so. On top of that, place 2 cyan concretes going up with 3 blocks going across to the left of that top block. In the middle block of those 3, place a grey wool with 2 cyan wool going down on the right with a grey wool underneath that. Looking straight down to these 2 light grey wools, and from the first block on the left, and on top of it, you're going to place a cyan concrete powder with a cyan wool going up to the left, with 2 cyan wools going up, attached, linked to the right. On top of that one we had to the left, this 1 block here, place a cyan concrete powder with 1 block going up to the right, and go back to that one down there and do it up to the left as well. So fill in this 1 empty space here with your cyan wool, and fill in this other one with your cyan wool. So that should look like that. Coming up here to this grey wool, you're going to have a light grey wool to the right of it. Go up here to this grey wool, place 2 light grey wool to the right of it, with a white terracotta to the right of that. Place 1 white terracotta going diagonally up to the right, with a light grey wool to the left of it. Go back to that white terracotta, and on top of it, place 2 light grey wools going up with 2 cobblestones going across to the left like so. On top of that first block of those cobblestones, so right there, place a light grey wool with a cobblestone above. Come up here to this green concrete, and on the left of it, on the right of it, sorry, you can place 2 cyan terracottas going up with a grey wool above that. Go back to this cyan terracotta, and from the first block on the right, place a cobblestone with 2 light grey wools on top of it, and then place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right with your cobblestone. Then place 3 blocks going diagonally up to the right with your cobblestone. On top of that, you are going to place a light grey terracotta. From that light grey terracotta on the right, you're going to place 3 light grey wools going down like so, with 1 block going down to the left. On top of that, place a light grey wool. Go back to this one block we had down to the left, and underneath it, place a white terracotta with a light grey wool below it, with 3 white terracottas going across to the left below it. From the left hand side of those 3, so right there, underneath it, place 1 white terracotta with 2 blocks going down to the left like so. Then place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left like so. So now fill in this 1 empty space here with your light grey wool, so go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that, and now with yet another infantry train, we are going to grab our white terracotta and go to these 3 light grey wools here, and starting from them, from the top block actually, you're going to place 2 oak planks going up like so, going up to the right, with 2 birch planks above it. Then place a linked 3 blocks going up to the right like so. On top of that, place 4 oak planks going up. Starting from the 3rd block of those 4 on the left, you are going to place 4 birch planks going up. Starting from the 3rd block on the left, you can place 3 birch planks going up. Starting from the middle block on the left, place 3 birch planks going up. From the top block of those 3, you can place 3 oak planks going across to the right. From the middle block underneath it, place an oak log. From the right underneath it, you can place a birch plank with a cobblestone below it. Go back to these 3, and starting from the top block, from the 3rd block to here, you are going to place a green terracotta above it with, is that right? No, it's a lime terracotta, sorry, above it, with a green terracotta above that, with 2 green terracottas going down to the right. Underneath that, place 4 lime terracottas going down like so. Go back to these 2, and starting from those, you're going to place 3 green wools going down to the right, with 2 green terracottas going underneath that, with 2 lime terracottas underneath that. You are going to then go see these 4 oak planks. You are going to place an oak plank going diagonally down to the right from that, and we're going to leave that there for now. Actually, no, we're not. Where you've got these 2 green terracottas, to the right of that, or to the right of the top block, that is, the bottom block, sorry, you can place 2 green walls going down like so, with 4 green terracottas below that, with a lime terracotta below that. Underneath that, place an oak plank and then a birch plank. Go to the oak plank, and on the left of that, place 2 white terracottas going across the left. On top of the first block of those 2, place a birch plank. Go to these 2 birch planks here and place an oak log going diagonally, an oak plank going diagonally up to the left, with 3 blocks with your cobblestone going diagonally up to the left. Grab your light grey wool. On top of the 2nd block, place a light grey wool. Grab my cobblestone again. Actually, no, then you're going to grab your birch wood, and to the right of this light grey wool, you can place 3 birch wood logs going to the right like so. Underneath the 3rd block, you're going to place a white wool. Then grab your white terracotta and fill in this empty space here with your white terracotta. Get your light grey wool again and fill in this empty space with your light grey wool. Then grab your light grey terracotta, fill in this empty space with your light grey terracotta. I'm going to be changing a lot with blocks, so with your white terracotta, starting right here on top of these 3 from the middle block, you're going to place 2 white terracottas going up like so, with 1 block going up to the right. Place 2 blocks going up on the right, with a linked 2 going up on the right like so. Go back to these 3 oak planks and place, from the middle block, place 1 birch above it. On the 2nd block, right here, place 2 above it, with each of those have an oak plank above them. From this top block, place an birch plank going to the left. Go back to these 2 blocks you had going up with your birch, and on the left, from the bottom block, place a white terracotta. Go back up here to this birch, place a white terracotta to the left of it, with a birch log above it. On top of that, place a oak plank, sorry, with 2 birch planks going across on the upper level to the left. Go back to this oak, and on top of it, place a white terracotta like so. Underneath the 2nd block of those 2 birch, place 2 white terracottas going down. Underneath the 1st block of those birch, place 4 going down like so. Yeah, I think that's basically it. So we're now going to grab your sand and fill in this empty space here, this empty space here, and this empty space here with your sand. So go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that. And now grabbing your white wool, you are going to come down here to where you've got this birch log plank here and place one white wool down, or two diagonal going down to the left, your white wool, and then place 4 blocks going down on the right with your white wool. 5, place 4 blocks going down on the right, and then place 2 blocks across on the lower level to the right. On top of the second block, place 2 blocks going up, and then place 3 blocks going up on the left like so. Fill in this empty space here and this empty space here with your white wool. Go back to these 2, and underneath the first block you can place a linked 3 blocks going across to the left. Underneath the middle block of those 3, place 1 white wool, go to these 3 and go to the left of it. On top of it you can place a sand. Come up here, place a sand there. I'm going to grab birch logs and place a log there with a sand there. Come over here with your white terracotta, where you got these 3 light grey walls on the right. On the bottom block, place a white terracotta with 2 sand above it. Underneath that white terracotta, place a white wool. Come down here to where you've got these 3. Starting from the first block, those 3, you're going to place 2 birch logs going down with 1 birch log going across to the left. On top of that, one to the left, place 1 sand like so. And then over here, where you've got this 1 empty space here, place a birch log. Come up here to where you've got these 3 white wools, and on top of them place 2 birch logs with a white terracotta above it, with a cobblestone. Now leave that. There will be a cobblestone above it, so I'll just do that now actually. I've said it. And then come back to these 3, or these 2 actually, with your birch logs, place 3 going down on the right like so, with a linked 3 birch planks going down on the right like so. From that, place 2 white terracottas going across on the lower level to the left, 1 block going down to the left, 1 block going down to the right. On top of the first block of those 2, place 2 sands going up like so. You're then going to come down here to where you've got this white terracotta we had down to the left, and from that you're going to place 2 birch planks going down to the left, with 1 block going diagonally down to the left. On top of that, place 2 white terracottas going up, with 2 sand going across on the upper level to the right above that. Going back to this. Ooh, this is going to be hard to do. So there's going to be a floating sand here, so I'm going to have to get your light grey wool, place 2 by 2 underneath this, going to the left underneath this birch plank, and then with your sand on top of this, well, from the 2 by 2 you're going to place 2 white terracottas on the left of that, with 1 white terracotta going from the bottom block to the left. Underneath that, place a birch plank with 3 white terracottas going across to the left. From the middle block, place 2 blocks going across to the left. From that first block of those 2, underneath it, place a birch plank. From the second block, place 2 white terracottas with 1 block going down to the left, 1 block going up to the left, 1 block going up to the right, fill in this 1 empty space with your white terracottas. Where you've got this 1 block going up to the left, place a sand with 1 block of sand going diagonally up to the right, with 1 white terracotta to the left of that. Go back down here to where you've got this 1 block. Underneath it, place a birch log with 2 birch logs going across on the lower level to the left. On top of that, place 2 sand, and then underneath the second birch log, so right there, place 1 birch log with a white terracotta below it, with 2 white terracottas going across on the upper level to the right. Go back to this white terracotta, and on the left of it, place a birch log. Then come up here to where you've got this light grey wool, and underneath it you can place 3 birch logs going down with a white wool below it. And yeah, grab your birch logs and fill in this one empty space here with your birch logs. So go ahead and do that now, and I'll see you back once that's done. So that should look like that. So I have had a brief change of inventory, and we're now going to go over to this light grey wall here, and underneath the right hand side of this 2x2, starting with your cobblestone, so right there, you are going to place 3 blocks down with your cobblestone, and then place a linked 2 blocks going down to the left, then place 1 block going linked down to the left, and then underneath that place 3 oak planks like so. Next to the top block of those, on the left of the top block of those 3 oak planks, so right there, you're going to place 5 cobblestone going down like so. Underneath that 5th block, you're going to place an 1 oak plank, go back to this 5, go to the center block of the 5 on the left. You're going to place 6 cobblestone going down like so. Go to the 6 and go from the 3rd block of those 6, place 1 block to the left, go to the 5th block of those 6, place 1 block to the left, go to the last block of those 6, and place 1 block going diagonally down to the left and 1 block going diagonally down to the right. Underneath that, you are going to place 2 light grey terracotta. In the top block of those 2 on the right, place 1 light grey terracotta going across to the right. Go back to these 2, and from that bottom block, you're going to place a linked cobblestone going across to the left with a 1 block cobblestone going diagonally down to the left. Underneath that, place 3 light grey terracottas going down with a cobblestone below it. Go to this other cobblestone we had to the left, so right here. Underneath that, you are going to place 4 light grey terracottas. From the 3rd block of those 4 on the right, place 1 light grey terracotta. We can fill that later. It's something else. Actually, we can fill it now. If I grab this lime terracotta, starting on top of this block, you can place 2 lime terracotta going up with a cyan terracotta going diagonally up to the right. From that, underneath that cyan terracotta, place another cyan terracotta. There isn't the block that I need around, so I'm going to have to grab it from here, as what you are going to need underneath this is a purple terracotta, like so. Purple terracotta is a really nice block. I'm going to grab my light grey terracotta again. You may need that later. Anyway, from this cobblestone on the left of it, you're going to place a light grey wall with 3 blocks going across on a lower level to the left with your light grey. To the left of that, place a white terracotta with a white terracotta going diagonally up to the right. Then 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. Then place a linked 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. On top of the first block of those 2, place a birch plank with a white terracotta above it with a sand above that. From that, place a birch log going diagonally up to the right. And then place a white terracotta going diagonally down to the left. Then diagonally from that, diagonally up to the right. That's down to the right, and then up to the right. Then place 2 blocks going up on the left. Underneath those 2, place 1 light white terracotta. Go back to these 2, and from that top block, place 2 blocks going up on the left, with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. Underneath the second block, place 1 block of your white terracotta below it. Go back to these 2 we had going up here. On top of it, place 2 light grey walls. And I think that's pretty much that area marked out now. That is that area marked out. Cool. So you can fill this one empty space here with your light grey wool. So go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that. And now coming down here to this white terracotta here where we have these linked to. From the top block of those 2 on the left, you're going to place a light grey wool with a white terracotta to the left of that. Then place 4 white terracottas going down to the right, like so. Underneath that 4th block, place 1 cobblestone with a white terracotta to the left of that. On top of that white terracotta, place a light grey wool. And go back to this cobblestone and look to the right up a bit, this little empty space here, and fill this empty space here with your light grey wool. Go back to this white terracotta and place a cobblestone going diagonally down to the left with a light grey wool to the left of that. On top of this cobblestone, place a birch log with a white terracotta above it. To the left of that white terracotta, place 4 light grey wools going across to the left with a white terracotta going diagonally up to the left from that. Then place a birch plank to the left of that with a white terracotta on top, then place one white terracotta going diagonally up to the right, then place 2 blocks going diagonally going up to the right with your white terracotta. Go back to this one we had going up to the right, and on top of it you're going to place 4 light grey wool going up like so. On top of those 4, place 1 white terracotta. Come back down here to these 4, and from the second block of those 4, so right there, with your cobblestone you can place 2 cobblestone going diagonally down to the left like so. So that should look like that. And then place 6 blocks going down to the left like so. From the 6th block on the left, place 2 blocks going up. On the right you're going to place 4 light grey wool going across the right like so, and then place 2 white terracotta going across the right. On top of the first block of those 2, place 3 white terracotta going across the right. Go back to these 4 light grey wool. On top of the first block of those 4, place a cobblestone, and then fill in this little empty space here with your light grey wool like so. This is all going to be other blocks, so we'll do that later. And then up here, where you've got this white terracotta, you're going to place 1 white terracotta going diagonally up to the left, then 1 going diagonally up to the right. Go back to this one we had up to the left and place a birch log above it. Place a sand above that. With a sand to the right, you're going to place... Ooh. Yes. You're going to place another sand to the right of that, which you need to place the white terracotta below it first. There you go. And then fill in this little empty space with your white terracotta. I got confused for a second. It's fine. We're still on track. Anyway. Go to this light grey wool, and then go to this white terracotta to the left of it, and place a white terracotta above that, and place a white terracotta going diagonally up to the left, and then place 3 blocks going up on the left like so. From the middle block of those 3, place 1 white terracotta to the right, with 1 going diagonally up to the right. Go back to that one we had from the middle block, and place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. On top of the first block of those 2, place a sand. Go back to these 2, and you're going to place 2 blocks going diagonally up to the right, and then place 1 block going up to the right like so. So this is actually pretty simple to do. This little empty space here, this little empty space here, and these 2 little empty spaces there are going to fill in with white terracotta. And then this, where you got this little hole here, you're going to place a light grey wool there, with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. From the second block of those 2 underneath it, place 1 light grey wool. Go back to these 2 on the second block on the left. You can place a white terracotta on, and then from this second block you can place a linked 3 blocks going across on the upper level to the left with your light grey wool. From the middle block of those 3 on top of it, place a white terracotta. Go back to that third block and place a 2 blocks on top of it with your light grey wool. To the left of that bottom block, place 1 block. To the left of the top block, place 2 blocks with your light grey wool. And on the first block of those 2 going to the left, place 1 light grey wool with your light grey terracotta to the left of that. Starting from that light grey terracotta on the left, you're going to place 2 blocks going down like so, with 1 block going diagonally down to the right like so. And then place 3 birch logs going down to the right like so. Go back up here to where you've got these 2 blocks going down. On top of it, you're going to place an oak plank with 2 white terracotta going across the right like so. To the right of that, place a birch log with a white wool to the right of that. Then come back to this white terracotta here, where you've got these 2, and on top of the first block of those 2, so right there, you can place a sand with 3 white wool going across the right, linked on top of it. So now I'll do the filling in a minute. To the left of this sand, you can place a white terracotta with 1 block going up to the left, and then 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. Underneath those 2 blocks, place 2 light grey wool. Underneath this 1 block, place 1 light grey wool. Underneath that light grey wool, you're going to place a birch plank. Fill in this empty space and this empty space here with your sand. Then come up here, where you've got these 2 blocks. On top of the second block of those 2, place a sand like so. A birch log above it, and then place a sand above that. On top of that sand, you're going to place 2 white terracottas going across on the upper level to the left, linked. And then place a linked 4 blocks going across on the upper level to the left, like so. Underneath that 4th block, place 1 block going down with a sand below it. Underneath the 3rd block, you're going to place 3 blocks going down with 1 block going across to the right from that bottom block. Underneath that block going to the right, place a birch plank with a white terracotta going to the right of that. On top of that white terracotta, place a sand with a birch log above it, with 2 sand going up in this little empty space here. Place a sand there. Coming up here to where you've got these 2 on the left block of the right block, sorry, of these 2. Place a birch log above it with a sand above that. From that birch log, you're also going to place a birch log to the right of it, a white wool to the right of that. Come over here to this cobblestone and place a white wool to the left of that. And then come back up here where you've got these 4 white terracottas going across from the 4th block. On top of it, you're going to place 2 birch planks going up like so, with a white terracotta on top of that, with 2 birch logs going across to the right like so. To the right of that, those birch logs, place a white terracotta with 3 sand below it, and fill in these 3 to the left of those with your sand. Come up here to where you've got this birch, these 2 birch planks, and on the left hand side of the top block, so starting there, you're going to place 5 white terracottas going up like so. 4th block of those on the right, place a white terracotta. Go back to these 5, and from the top block, you're going to place 3 blocks going diagonally up to the left like so. On top of the first block of those, you're going to place a light grey wool. And yeah, I'll fill in those empty spaces later. So with your birch log, sorry, you're going to fill in this 1 empty space here, so this thing, making sure to stay within the boundaries. This one, making sure, once again, to stay within the boundaries. And this one, making sure, once again, to stay in the boundaries. So I'll see you back once those 3 empty spaces there are filled in. So that should look like that. And once those are filled in with birch log, 'cause I think I forgot to say that before. Sorry. Anyway, you're going to come up to these little empty spaces here, fill in this 1 empty space here with your spruce log. Where you got the 2, you're going to fill the bottom with oak log and then top with the spruce log. You're then going to come down here, and I don't have any spruce planks. Yeah, I'm going to switch these oak planks out then quickly for the spruce planks, and place a spruce plank in there on top of this brown wool. Grab this again. So from that spruce plank, you're going to place 3 oak logs going down to the right like so. Underneath that, you are going to place a green terracotta like so. Underneath that, you'll place a... God, I'm not prepared for this at all. But now I am. Okay, so underneath that green terracotta, you are going to place a grey wool with a cyan terracotta below it. From that cyan terracotta, you're going to place 1 cyan terracotta going diagonally down to the left like so. From that, place a light grey terracotta going diagonally down to the left with a grey wool to the left of that. Underneath that grey wool, you can place a cyan terracotta. 3 light grey wools, light grey terracottas going down like so. The left block of those, the top block of those 3, you can place a green concrete, a green terracotta below it. Underneath that, you're going to place 4 cyan terracottas going down. The right of the bottom block of those 4. On the left, you're going to place 3 grey wools going up like so. From the bottom block of those 4 on the right, you're going to place 2 cyan terracotta going across to the right. Then place 2 light grey terracotta going across to the right. Then place 1 cyan, 1 light grey, and 1 cyan. Like so. So that's actually a lot of this pixel art done. This isn't the end of the video. I'm going to do a bit more. I'm going to try and see how much of this I can do. So I'm going to do yet another infantry change, and then I'll be back. So now I've got those, I'm now going to come over here to where you've got this light grey terracotta, and starting on top of it, you're going to place a lime terracotta, sorry, going with 1 lime terracotta going diagonally up to the right like so. Where you've got this cobblestone, place 2 light grey terracottas going across to the right. On top of the second block of those 2, you're going to place 2 blocks going up like so. From the bottom block of those 2, on the right, you are going to place 5 blocks going up like so. From the middle block of those 5, from the top block of those 5, you're going to place a linked 4 blocks going up like so. Then from the third block of those 4, so right there, you can place 3 blocks going up. And from the top block of those 3, you can place another linked 3 blocks going up to the right, like so, with your light grey terracotta. On top of that, you're going to place 4 oak planks going up, like so. From the first block of those 4, on the right, you can place 5 blocks going up, like so, with a light grey wall above it, with a light grey wall going diagonally up to the right. And then place a cobblestone going diagonally down to the right, with one going diagonally down to the left. To the right of both of these cobblestones, you can place a light grey terracotta. On top of the top light grey terracotta, right there, you can place an oak plank like so, with a light grey wall above it. You are then going to fill in this little empty space here with your birch plank. Then, with underneath this one where we place the oak plank above it, you are going to place 3 lime terracottas going down below it. From the bottom block of those 3 on the right, place 1 block. From the bottom block of those 3 on the left, place a 2x2 with your lime terracotta. Underneath the left block of those 2x2, so right there, you are going to place a light grey terracotta with a lime terracotta below it. Then place 4 lime terracottas going down to the right, no, down to the left, sorry. A linked 2 blocks going down to the left. Then place 4 blocks going down to the left, with starting from the third block of those 4 on the left, place 2 blocks going down to the left, like so. Underneath the 4 blocks of lime, you're going to place 2 cyan terracottas going across to the left. Underneath the second block of those 2, you're going to place 1 cyan terracotta going down like so. Starting from these 2 blocks of cyan terracotta, on the right of the here, you are going to place 5 oak planks going up like so. Oak logs, sorry, going up like so. And then place a green terracotta going up to the right with a linked 2 blocks going up to the right. On top of that, place an oak log with green terracotta above that, with an oak log above that. Then place a linked 2 green terracottas going up to the right like so, with 3 oak logs going across on the upper level to the right, linked, so it looks like this. Underneath the third block, you are going to place 2 cyan terracottas going down like so, with a lime terracotta below that. 2 cyan terracottas going down below that. 4 lime terracottas going down below that. And underneath that, you are going to place 4 cyan terracottas going down like so. To the right of these 4, you are going to place 4, what are these called? Grey walls, like so. And then come over here to where you've got these 2 oak logs here. And on top of them, you're going to place a green terracotta with 5 oak logs going up like so. From the 4th block of those 5, so right there. On the right, you are going to place 6 blocks going up like so, with your oak logs. So you're going to fill in this one empty space here with your green terracottas. So I'll do this on camera as it's a pretty small space. And then fill in this empty space here with your lime terracotta. Once again, I'll do it on camera as, once again, it's a pretty small space. You're then going to come up here to where you've got this lime terracotta here, and on top of it, you can place a cyan terracotta with 5 green terracottas above it. On top of those 5, you can place a green wool with a linked 2 green wool going up to the right like so. From that green wool, you are going to place 4 blocks going up on the left like so. From the second block of those 4 on the left, you are going to place a lime terracotta like so, with a cobblestone below it, and go back to that lime terracotta, and on top you're going to place a green wool with a cobblestone going diagonally up to the left like so. I'm now going to grab my birch planks, and underneath this cobblestone here, you're going to place a birch plank, and then come down here. Actually, no, that's not going to be birch. Anyway, from these 4 green wools we have, starting from the top block, you can place a linked 2 blocks going up to the right, with 1 block going up to the left, and then 1 block going down to the left, with green wool. To the left of that, place green terracotta with 2 green wools above it. To the left of that top block, place a green terracotta with a green wool above it. So we're going to leave that there, and I think we're now going to do yet another inventory change so we can start work on this ear, which I think will be the end of this video. So I'm going to do another inventory change, then I'll be back. So I've just looked at this. This is going to be a ton of inventory changes, so sorry if this seems a bit jittery. I'm doing my best. Anyway, we're going to start on top of this grey wool down here with a grey terracotta with 2 spruce logs above it, with a 2 grey terracottas above that, then place a brown terracotta above that, with 3 spruce logs going across to the right of that, linked on the upper level like this. From the third block going to the left, you can place 2 spruce logs going to the left. To the left of that, place 2 grey terracottas going up to the left. On top of that, place a black terracotta with a black terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with 2 grey terracottas going up to the right, with a never broke above it. You're going to come over here to where you've got this cyan terracotta, and on the right of it, place a black terracotta like so. You're going to appear to where you've got these 5 blocks here. Underneath this green wool, you can place a grey wool with 2 grey terracottas going down like so. On top of this, well, fill in this empty space here with your spruce logs. And on top of this block here, you can place a grey terracotta, which is diagonally up from that spruce log. Fill in this empty space here with your grey wool, and this one with your spruce log. And then place 2 grey terracottas here. And now we're going to come back down here. Just went on a bit of a tangent there. Just wanted to fill in those empty spaces just to clear this up. Anyway, down here, where you've got these 2 blocks starting from the bottom block on the right, you're going to place 3 grey terracottas going across to the right like so. On top of the middle block of those 3, place a grey wool with a soul sand to the right of that, with a grey wool to the right of that. On top of this grey wool here, you can place 2 grey terracottas going across to the left with a grey terracotta below it. Go back to this soul sand and place 3 soul sands going across to the right like so, with a linked 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. Underneath that, place a never break. Go back to these 2 and place a grey terracotta going diagonally up to the right with a soul sand above it. On top of that, place 3 oak logs going up like so, with a soul sand above that, with a soul sand going diagonally down to the left. Underneath that soul sand, you're going to place 4 oak logs going down like so. Go back up here to these 4, and from the second block on the left, you're going to place 2 spruce planks going across to the left. On top of the first block of those 2, place 2 spruce planks going up. From those 2, you're going to place a grey terracotta going up to the right, with 2 going up to the right of that. On top of the 1 block we had going up, you're going to place a brown terracotta. On top of the 2 blocks, you can place 3 brown terracotta with a spruce log above it. To the left of that spruce log, you're going to place 2 oak logs going across to the left like so. On top of the, and then a soul sand to the left of that. To the left of that, you're going to place a grey terracotta with a grey wool below it, with 4 grey terracotta below that. From those 4 underneath it, you're going to place a soul sand with 3 oak logs going down below that, which should end up equal to this. So then you are going to, on top of this spruce plank, sorry, you're going to place 5 oak logs going up like this, and from the 4th block on the right, you can place an oak log like so, with an oak log going diagonally up to the right, an oak log going diagonally up to the left, and then 2 blocks going up on the left with your oak logs. And go to these 2 oak logs we have up here, and from the right hand side of those, on top of it, you can place an oak log like so. Come over here to where you've got this grey terracotta, place 2 spruce logs above it, a black terracotta above that. On top of that, you're going to place 4 grey terracottas going up like so. From the top block of those 4 going to the right, you can place 1 grey terracotta with 3 grey wools below it. Underneath those grey wools, you can place a brown terracotta with a grey terracotta below it. Come back to this brown terracotta. On the right of it, you can place 2 soul sand going up like so. To the right of those 2 soul sand, you can place 2 grey terracotta going up like so, with a never break above it, with a linked 2 grey terracotta going up to the left like so. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can do with this inventory. So I'm going to have to grab brown wool. I'm going to do this on camera because it doesn't really matter. I'm going to need to grab brown wool. You're going to need to grab green stuff. So you're going to need green wool, green terracotta, and lime terracotta. You're also going to need light grey terracotta, and you're also going to need some, if I can find it, jungle logs, like so. Down here, actually no, start up here, where you've got this grey terracotta here. Underneath it you can place a green wool, fill in this little remaining space with your green terracottas, like so. Come down here, where you've got these 2 oak logs, you can place a jungle log to the, underneath the left block, and underneath the right block you can place 3 light grey terracottas going down like so. Underneath that jungle log you can place a lime terracotta with a green terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with a lime terracotta going diagonally down to the right of that. Underneath this oak log here you're going to place a jungle log, and then down here underneath these spruce planks you can place 2 jungle logs going down like so, with 1 going diagonally down to the left. And then underneath these 3 oak logs place a jungle log below it, and then this little empty space here with your brown wool, like so. So now for another change, you're going to grab your black wool, black oak coal, and your obsidian. So starting on top of this black terracotta here, you're going to place a black wool, with a black wool going diagonally up to the left, and then on top of the black wool here you can place 2 blocks of coal going up like so, with a block of coal to the right of it. On top of that, you're going to put on the top of the one going to the right, you can place a black wool with an obsidian to the left of it, with 2 blocks of coal going up on the left. Then place a linked 3 blocks going up on the right, 1 block going across to the right of that top block. Underneath that, you are going to place a black wool. I'm going to have to grab the nether bricks because that's going to be underneath that black wool. Come back up here to this block of coal. On top of it, you can place 2 black wools above it, with 2 blocks of coal above that, and then place 2 blocks of coal going up to the left. To the left of those 2, you're going to place 2 black wool. Underneath from that bottom block, you're going to place an obsidian going diagonally down to the left, with a black wool below it, with 2 obsidian below that. Go back to this obsidian up here, and you're going to place black wool until you reach the top, basically, like so. Once you've reached that top right here, to the left of it, you're going to place 3 blocks of coal going down like so, with a black wool below it. Go back to these 3, and on the top block of those, you can place a block of coal going diagonally up to the left, 2 obsidian going across on the upper level to the left. From those 2, from the left, on the left of it, you can place a black wool with 3 black wool here, and fill in this little remaining space with your black wool. So that's going to look like that too. Sorry about that, my doorbell rang. Anyway, up here we're going to start next to this black wool with 5 grey terracottas going up like so. From the second block of those 5 going to the right, you're going to place 2 grey terracottas going across to the right like so. On top of the first block of those 2, you're going to place 3 black wools going up like so, with 2 black wools going up to the left. Going up to the left of that, you can place 2 nether bricks, and then up here you're going to place 2 grey terracottas with a grey nether brick above that. You're going to come up here to these grey terracotta here, and I'm going to have to grab my green wool, like so. And on top of that, you're going to place 4 green wool going up like so. From the top block of those 4, from the third block of those 4 on the left, you're going to place a green wool going across to the left. This jungle wood is supposed to be facing upwards. Anyway, to the left of that green wool, you're going to place 3 lime terracotta going up like so. From the middle block of those 3, place a lime terracotta going across to the right like so. Top of that lime terracotta going across to the right, place 3 green wool going up like so. 1 block going across to the left like so. From the top block, underneath it, place a green terracotta. Fill in this little empty space here with your green wool. And I think that's going to be it for the end of this video. So as you can see, we've done basically all of this video and the year, and finished off this. So all we have left is his hair, his eye, his chin, and the rest of his shoulder. I'm going to try and finish off his hair next episode. Maybe a bit of his chin. Probably won't finish it off, actually. There's a lot of hair. get halfway done with the hair, another episode, done, finish with this. So I reckon maybe 1, 2, 3, 5 maybe? 5 episodes, if that. Hopefully less. Probably, I don't think it should be any more than 5. Hopefully. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. See the next video I or other YouTubers make, but thanks for watching. And see ya.